The beginning of the pandemic was a beginning of changes. I had to face struggles that I have never felt before. Struggles that I have never even thought I'd face. Every passing day felt like waiting for a cigarette to slowly, completely turn into ashes, or waiting for a lit candle to cry itself to flicker and melt. The first few months of quarantine were the hardest. I was left alone in a different province with no near relative, and my family in my hometown had to struggle financially, mentally, and emotionally because problems keep arriving, from losing a large amount of income, to my brother getting ill, to my family members raising issues with one another. I had to fight my battles alone during those times. I had to spend those days laying down in bed and waiting for time to pass me by, and just hope for better days. In spite of the hopeless situation of not being able to come home, worrying about finances and how I can budget myself through the end of the month, and my family even facing multiple struggles, I still tried to find peace in myself. I know that at that point of the pandemic, everyone was facing different problems. Each person was struggling to keep it together, with the questions left unanswered whether the world will go back to normal, or if it will continue to pause longer, leaving a lot of suffering and sacrifices to prolong because of the virus. Then my prayers got answered. I was able to go home and continue my last year in high school, but this time I was facing different struggles. Because of the financial problems and not wanting to be any burden to my family, I lacked resources in my online class. I only had a phone to use for my activities, and I have to adjust with how different this school year will become because it's not face-to-face anymore. And so I worked. I had my first job to try to help myself in the situation and find ways to alleviate the problems, because despite the struggles, I can and I will be able to graduate. And I did. I overcame it. Currently, I had to deal with the struggle of college, the pressure of maintaining scholarship and feeling like I am never satisfied with what I exert in my classes is taking a toll in me mentally, and I'm not at my best emotions. I fail every now and then, and I try to understand that it's okay to feel unaccomplished. It's okay to fail sometimes, because what is life without failures? How will I learn if I don't face struggles in life? Viktor Frankl once said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." What I'm trying to say here is, from the beginning of the pandemic, I was facing struggles that I thought I would never be able to solve. But I tamed all of those issues. All the sufferings and obstacles that we face become meaningful once we understand the purpose of these in order for us to grow. There's no need to be ashamed of the vulnerability in you. You just have to know that we need to feel weak to become strong, and we need to face problems in order to achieve happiness. So, to whoever is watching right now, if there's anything that is keeping you down, just know that this too shall pass.